Yeah, guys, how you doing? How you doing? This is Kelsey from Kelsey FX. Now, in this video tutorial today, I want to show you how I trade support and resistance. I want to walk you through the process of how I trade support and resistance. Now, support and resistance is a very important aspect of forex trading. Now, when you want to trade in the market, it is important that you understand that there is what we call technical analysis, and there is what we call fundamental analysis, also the sentimental analysis. Now, support and resistance is one of the types of technical analysis that every forex trader sorry, excuse me, is supposed to understand as far as forex trading is concerned. Now, let me show you how I trade support and resistance. Now, before we proceed, I should tell you what support and resistance is in the market. Now, see support as an area. Support is an area where market turns. Is an area where price reverses. Support and resistance are areas where price reverses in the market. There are areas where price reverses in the market. That is support and resistance. We call them the price reversal zones. We call them price reversal zones. Areas in the market where price gets to and reverses. Yeah, areas in the market where price gets to and reverses. That is support and resistance. Now, so many people just mistake support and resistance as a line. Now, support and resistance are actually zones on your chart. They are zones where market gets to and reverses. Now, let me show you how I draw my support and resistance. Now, the first thing I do, I tend to zoom out my chart. Now, I'm going to zoom out this chart. I'm going to zoom out the chart. After zooming out the chart, then I'm going to draw my support and resistance line. Okay, let's zoom out. Let's zoom out the chart. Zoom out the chart. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. Now I'll pick a line, my horizontal line. Drop a line there. Now you can see we have clusters of candlesticks in that region. All right. You draw it from where candlesticks clusters can be found. Now, if you check this region, you notice that price got to this region and actually reversed. You observe that price reversed at this region. Price reversed at that region. Price reversed at that region. Okay. Now this is another region to look at for. Look at this place. Look at that place. Look at that place. All right. Support and resistance. It's making sense. It's making sense. Now, see resistance as a ceiling that is preventing price to move higher to the upside, while support is like a base. It's like a base, like a floor that is preventing price from moving lower. We have a support here. We have a support there. There is support there. Have a support there. Have a support there. I can see resistance in this region. This resistance. We have resistance here. It's a zone. It's a key level to watch out for. We have support here. We have support there. We have support there. Alright. Okay. It's making sense now. It's making sense. So now let's identify more areas of support and resistance. This is resistance. There's resistance in that region. Resistance here. Okay. There's support here. There's support here. Okay. Now, one of the laws of support and resistance is previous support becomes former resistance. Former resistance becomes previous support. Now, like in this case, this area here was a support. It was a support. Support here again. Now, but here it became a resistance. Here it became a resistance. Here is support. Now, price broke it from this region. And let's see. Price, I believe, is going to come back again and retest it as a resistance as well. So support and resistance levels are levels that price gets to and reverse. We call them MRAs. We call them MRAs. We call them MRAs. We call them MRAs. MRAs, which stands for major reversal areas. Major reversal areas. Support and resistance. Major reversal areas. Major reversal areas. MRA. MRA. Major reversal area. Support and resistance zones. Major reversal areas. There are areas that price got to and reversed. Now, I don't pick my trade without looking at support and resistance levels in the market. Now, some people can call it key levels. They are also called key levels. They are called key levels in the market. They are levels that every trader has to observe. Every trader has to look at. There are zones. There are zones on your chart. You don't treat support and resistance as just lines on your chart. That is wrong. Support and resistance are supposed to be treated as zones. Treat them as zones on your chart. The areas that price gets to and reverse. Now take a look at this place. Now price got to this area. This was on the 2nd of May of January 2018. Now price has been respecting this region. Price has been respecting this region. Price has been respecting that region. Price started respecting this region right from that date. Right from that date, ladies and gentlemen, price has been respecting that region. The market has been respecting that region. Support and resistance. Support and resistance. Now, what I just did here, what we're looking at now is what I call a horizontal support and resistance. Now, we have three types of support and resistance in the market. Three types of support and resistance. Now, the first type of support and resistance is the one that we're looking at now, which is called horizontal support and resistance. Types of support and resistance. Types of support and resistance. There are about three of them. The first one is called the horizontal support and resistance. Horizontal S and R. Now we have the diagonal is number two. Number two is called a diagonal support and resistance. Diagonal support and resistance about that. And of course, number three, we have what we call the dynamic support and resistance. Now I'm going to quickly discuss these three types of support and resistance before we call it a day here. Now, like I said, we have horizontal support and resistance, we have diagonal support and resistance, then we have the dynamic support and resistance. Now the horizontal support and resistance is the one we are looking at now. When you draw your horizontal line on your chart to identify key levels in the market. Now the diagonal support and resistance, ladies and gentlemen, is identified by drawing a trend line. Trend lines. When you draw your trend line, the trend line identifies you with a diagonal support and resistance. Now your trend line is very easy to draw. You use it to identify the long-term trend. Now it is believed that most of the time when price breaks through a trend line, that might signal a change in the trend. But I tell people, when price breaks through a trend line, you don't just rush into the trade. You wait, because most of the time there is always a retest of that trend line before price will move down to whatsoever side it wants to move into. It's a trend line. Now listen, you just need 2 points to connect. You just need 2 points to connect. 2 points to connect. 2 points to connect is okay for a trend line. If you can connect more than 2 points, is okay, but you need a minimum of 2 points to connect on your trend line. Now look at this. Look at this. Now if you check this from here, now this is a support. This is a support. This trend line has been acting as a support here. It acted as a support here. It was a support here. This was 25th of January 2018 to support. Now here we had a small breakout of the level of this support level, this trend line support level. The market did a first breakout of this level and retraced back to the upside. Now all this while, starting from this date, starting from the 25th of January 2018 down to the 8th of February, the market has been respecting this trend line. Now the first time we had a break of this trend line was here. This was when market broke this trend line, and this is as a result of a news event. Market was able to break this trend line. So this is what we call a diagonal support and resistance identified with a trend line. Now this is also a trend line that shows a sell. Now when you draw a trend line for a sell, now what you've drawn is a what we call a resistance. Resistance. This is a resistance. Trend line that denotes a downtrend is a resistance. When you're drawing your trend line and showing a downtrend, you are drawn a resistance, a diagonal resistance. This is a diagonal resistance. This is a diagonal support. Now if you check, the market has been respecting this trend line. The first time we tested the trend line was here. Now from this time down to this place, the trend line was respected. Now the first time I had a break of the trend line was here on the 2nd of February 2018. That was when we had a break of this trend line to the upside. Now this is what we call a trend line, showing us a diagonal support and resistance. Now lastly, let's talk about the dynamic support and resistance. Now this is achieved by the using of what we call a moving average. You have the exponential moving average, you have the same simple moving average. So when you have a moving average identifies you with um, a dynamic support and resistance. Now why do you call it dynamic? It's because this support and resistance moves with price. It moves with price. As price is moving, it shows you it moves along with price. It moves along with price. Now look at this place. I use the 200 EMA, I use 200 EMA and the 50 period moving EMA. Now the 200 EMA shows me, help me identify my levels of support and resistance in the market. Now look at this place. Now look at this place. Look at this place. 200 EMA is acting as a support in this level. It's acting as a good support here. The support here, resistance here, resistance there, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, 200 EMA, resistance there, support here, support here, support there. Okay, look at it. Added as support multiple times. There's support here, support here. Now the 50 period here was acting as a support as well. We had the support here, a support here. You can look at, you can see very well. Support here, a support here, a support. Okay, resistance here, resistance there, and a support here as well. Now this is just it on support and resistance. Now in the next video, I'm going to take us on how you can pick trades. I'm going to show you a support and resistance strategy that I use in picking my trades. I pick my trades only from support and resistance levels in the market. I don't pick trades unless I see support and resistance zones in the market. Unless market is at the key level, I don't participate. I don't anticipate in the market. I participate. We are retail traders. We don't move the market. We only respond to the market. After the big boys must have done their play, must have done their part, we respond to the market. So join me in the next video as I take you on the strategy that I use personally in trading support and resistance. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Kelsey. For Kelsey FX, I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you. Bye bye.